What is up, you guys? It's your boy Scotty, and you're watching my review on Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 8, Episode 2. What's up, y'all? Let's just get into the episode. Y'all know I don't like no long-ass introduction. Let's just get into it. We're going to pick up where we left off from last week's episode, which was at the eyeline eyewear launch thing that Cynthia had. So we pick up where it left off with the Sheree and Kenya feud or whatever. And Sheree's about to throw her drink on Kenya. And here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know in the blogs they were saying that Sheree threw water on Kenya, and I was expecting to see that. But either they clipped it out or somebody lied. Because I was hoping to see somebody splash something in somebody's face. But that's just the ghetto shit that I like to see on TV. However, this is what irritates me with Kenya Moore the most. Like, she does fuckboy shit, but then turns around and say she didn't start the motherfucking argument. No, bitch. You was throwing shade at Sheree the whole damn episode. Like, you was saying that she may have to come to your house to borrow some sugar or some money to pay her light bill. You was talking about the tax liens. You was talking about her shit, her financial situation. Like, it's like you came to this party ready for a weapon to be drawn on your ass. Like, you just came in on some fuckboy shit. And to me, you talking about a bitch that you don't even know like that is some fuckboy shit. And for you to sit up here and say you didn't start it, you did the moment the bitch walked up. Well, the city said, for someone you don't know, why are you bringing up personal ass information? Whether it's out in the public or not, bitch, why are you even bringing it up? And you know it's a store, you already know that it's a sore spot for her. So because you know that it's a sore spot, you feel like it's okay for you to bring it up. It's not okay for you to bring it up, Kenya. It's not. And I don't know who told you it was, but it ain't, bitch. So just have a seat with that, because I don't like the way you tried to play that. And then you want to say, well, I didn't start the argument. I didn't start. Yes, the fuck you did, because the thing that you do, Kenya, is this right here. I started the, I'm gonna do some fuckboy shit and say that I didn't start it, and I'm gonna blame it on that bitch for coming back at me with the same shit. No, if you're gonna do your fuckboy shit, do your fuckboy shit. And even though it was some fuckboy shit, it made good for television. I mean, congrats. You made the show good. However, Kenya, if you're going to be on some fuckboy shit, then stand firm in your fuckboy shit. That's all I'm asking you to do. I have more respect for you if you would just stand firm on your fuckboy shit and say, I was on some fuckboy shit. Because that's exactly what you were on. Some fuckboy shit. Just own it and move on. That's all I got to say about that. So then, Peter got his ass on his shoulders. He all upset and mad. First, he was mad about the Kenya thing. Then he mad about Cynthia showing her ass when she walking down the damn stairs, and he mad, so he storms the fuck out. Peter is the bitchiest nigga on this show. Him and Todd are probably my top picks for bitch ass niggas. Like bitch ass fuck boys. Both of them ain't shit but fuck boys in my eyes. Especially Peter. But he always been a bitch. Getting up in women's face. Walking up on women. And like I always said, like Cynthia, I've been said that Peter and Cynthia ain't got no good relationship at all. Because Peter comes out very abusive verbally. Like he be verbally assaulting Kenya with his mouth. I'm not Kenya, verbally assaulting Cynthia with his damn mouth. The way he talks and just growls that are like the dog he look like. Like I just don't even understand how she can even put up with that shit for so long. But I've seen women put up with a lot of shit for so many years with men. But my thing is, he is not supportive at all. He thinks that keeping it real is being up in other people's business, and some people are really delusional enough to think that that's what that is, but it's not. Peter is a bitch ass nigga, and I don't like him at all. I wish he would go somewhere and sit his old ass down, because no, like I can't deal. Like he is such a bitch made ass nigga. I can't take it. So Kenya goes up to Regine Hunter's office to meet up with her. And let me just say this before we get into this scene. I must say that the two scenes that I saw of Kim Fields, I enjoyed her, and I really thought that she would be a lame ass cast member, because before she came on the show, when I first heard about her being on the show, rather, I really wasn't enthusiastic about it. Hold on, you guys. I wasn't enthusiastic by it in the least bit. I really wasn't, because you know, just by looking at her interviews and her personality, I just felt like she would not be a good fit for a show like The Real Housewives of Atlanta. And plus, I didn't want her to compromise herself and make me not like her. Just like in the past, how most music artists have made me hate them when I used to like them, i.e., Kelly Price, i.e., Little Mo. You know, people that I really loved and they got on reality TV and showed their ass, and now I don't like them anymore. So I didn't want that for her. But when I looked at the scene, like, she wasn't overly funny and she wasn't shady and she wasn't the most boisterous person, but she was pretty entertaining in this scene right here. And even though scene with her son, she was pretty entertaining. So I'm gonna get in. Let me just go ahead and get into I'm just gonna talk about Kim now. Okay, so Kim met up with her. She's calling her Hollywood royalty, and I must say that I love Kim Fields. She was a big part of my childhood. You know, growing up in the '90s. I was born in '89, so she was a big part of my childhood with me growing up in the '90s and me being born in '89 and me going to elementary school. Like, the shows I used to watch when I was growing up was, you know, Living Single. It was Martin. It was New York Undercover, The Parenthood, The Wayans Brothers, Moesha, the Parkers, it was a lot of them. Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Rock, Sister. You know, that was a great time for black television because, you know, you had UPN, the WB, Fox. You know, you had a lot of different outlets for black television, and Kim Fields was one of those people. And you know, she was on my favorite show, Living Single. It's probably my top favorite sitcom growing up as a child. And I have their first season DVD. I don't know why they ain't got the rest of the seasons on DVD, but that's just how much I got cassettes. I got VHS tapes of me recording each and every episode when they was in syndication and they had the reruns when I was in high school. I would literally sit there and watch that shit, even though I've watched the episodes 1,000 times to record them and have them on VHS. I might have to buy me a VCR just so I can watch some of those episodes since they ain't got the shit got the other seasons on DVD besides the first. But Kim wants to work with Kim. So, you know, for her pilot, Life Tours On. And even though I put on my little lotion last season when I was talking about it on my blog, it wasn't a bad show. It was something I probably would watch. But, you know, everything could use a bit of tweaking up, you know, just to make it a little bit better. You know what I mean? It don't look like that Kim Fields was enthusiastic about working with Kenya at all. At least that's the vibe that I get. And I don't think that she's trying to be shady at all. Because even on Wendy Williams' show, Kim said she didn't even know what the fuck shade was. Like, that's just how out of touch she is. But, you know, Kenya gave her the DVD and then she moved on. So let me just skip on over to her introduction scene where we see her kids and her husband and everything like that. Like, she's a working actress and director. She got her own business since she doesn't even attend red carpet events. Even though she's from the Hollywood scene, she didn't want to be on no red carpet unless she was in a movie. So she doesn't know anything about that, being in social circles or whatever. And in this particular scene, she was trying to get her shit ready for her website, where she's trying to launch a maternity line and everything like that. So I think that it's going to be interesting to see Tootie on this show. And, you know, I love her. And, for me being born in '89, I know who she is. You know, unlike people who's trying to throw shade and pretend like she don't know who the fuck she is. And I'm talking about Portia, dumbass Stewart. Stop doing that. You know who the hair regime is. I was born in '89, bitch. You ain't that much older than me. I'm 26. And I think you're what, 32, 33, something like that. You're not that much older than me, and I know that if I was about 4 when Living Single first aired, I know you was at least a preteen when Living Single came out, if I'm not mistaken. So don't act like you don't know who the fuck the bitch is. But maybe time will tell what we really think about Kim once she gets around the other ladies. But because the only person I can really see her interacting with and getting along with the most is Phaedra. That's the one I see her getting along with the most, because I think they have similar personalities. But Phaedra's a bit more funnier than Kim. But we'll see about that. I was one of the ones that said she wasn't fit, but just watching her and her family life and her individual segments, I actually was enjoying it 100%. So, you know, everybody ain't got to be wretched on TV. You ain't got to be wretched just to be on reality TV. You know what I mean? So, Cynthia cries to Tiffany. her business partner about her situation with Peter and how he left and went back to Charlotte by the time she made it home, which was fucked up. But me watching Cynthia on this TV and she's crying about her marriage, it's really sad, but at the same time, it's sad because I don't feel no sympathy for her. Like, the way that she acted an ass last season and putting Phaedra's business out on the table for the damn whole group to see. I mean, it's just hard for me to feel sorry for someone who really didn't give a fuck about somebody else's marriage. Why should I give a fuck about your marriage and show you any fucking sympathy when you didn't do the same thing for somebody else? You thought it was okay to put somebody else's marriage down and talk about it like a dog, but now your marriage is in a hot seat now, and now you want to sit up here and cry and let everybody feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for Cynthia at all, and I hate to be like that, but it's just that when people do foul ass shit to people, it's hard for me to feel sorry for you when you was all in on the fuckboy shit and thought it was okay and funny, but now you're in a hot seat and you don't want your shit to be talked about, but you engaged in talking about everybody else, so fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. I don't want nobody to be going through no shit like that and having to cry about their husbands or whatever. And because when you make that commitment, you have to, that's what you plan to do for the rest of your life, is be with that person. But I just don't feel sorry for Cynthia. That's just how I feel. I just don't feel sorry for her at all. So, speaking of Cynthia, she meets up with Phaedra, which was awkward as hell, seeing them together, noticing what happened last season. But they sit down, they talk, and Phaedra brought up the shit that Mallory told the rest of the girls when she spilled the tea about Cynthia not being physically attracted to Peter anymore. Now, Cynthia didn't want to talk about it, but I believe she didn't want to talk about it because even though her and Phaedra have buried the hatchet, and Cynthia has apologized, probably off camera, but apologized to Phaedra. She don't want to get into it, but they trying to rebuild, so she really don't want to divulge her business out to Phaedra, which is a smart thing to do because Phaedra really don't like you, Cynthia. Like, she just playing the game, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna let bygones, but this bitch, she gonna do the same, but I ain't gonna never trust that bitch. So Cynthia don't trust Cynthia, so she not gonna, Cynthia don't trust Phaedra, so she not gonna bring it up. So that's just what it is. So they talked about that, and Phaedra said she's been in the seat that Cynthia was in before, and she just wanted the support of her girls, but everybody was attacking it, and she knows that Cynthia don't want nobody attacking her marriage, which she don't. Who would want somebody to attack their marriage? But bitch, keep your mouth out other people's marriages and attend to your own. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Which leads Phaedra into talking about best friends and who was really her friend. So going over to Candy and Sheree. And Sheree's kids are beautiful. Kaylee is pretty. Because when we look back at that scene from her when she was really, really young, I'm like, girl, you got some growing to do. But she's grown into a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. She's not a flower anymore, most definitely. She's a rose now. And Tiara has always been pretty to me, so it is what it is. But Sheree and Candy talked about the Kenya thing, and Candy was like, I've gotten used to Kenya, but I've seen her rub people the wrong way sometimes, but she's cool with me. And that's how I feel about Kenya. Like, she's rubbed me the wrong way quite a few times, but I always seem to try to find the good in Kenya when it really matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can read Kenya on one video and then defend her on the next video. Like, that's the type of shit I do. Hold on, y'all. Got to look again. That's the type of shit I do. But I don't really have a real problem with Kenya. It's just that I don't like the fact when she does fuckboy shit, she doesn't really own her fuckboy shit. You know what I mean? So that's the problem that I really got with Kenya. Like, maybe if she will own up to her bullshit, I would love her. But stop starting shit and saying you didn't start it. You know what I'm saying? But they started talking about Phaedra, and Sheree had the same reaction as most of us in America did. When the fuck did Phaedra and Nene become so close that she can talk about Candy to Nene? And Nene don't like you nor Candy, especially not Candy. So why the fuck are you even discussing this shit with her and not Candy? You know what I mean? And not to say that people that were once enemies can't be cool with each other or be close friends, because I have a friend he goes by the name of Tay, and when we were in high school, we didn't too much care for each other like that, but when we got grown and We had a mutual friend that was my best friend that was friends with him, and we hung out a few times. We began to be really, really close, and now I can't live without him. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me on pictures with this guy before, so I love me some Tay. But, that's not to say that people that was, enemies can't be friends, but damn, bitch, you want to dish your friend for a bitch who didn't even like you? But whatever. So, the only thing I'm saying about Portia and this damn going away party is this. Portia, you doing way too much. And why are you talking about buying a house with this motherfucker and you only been with him for a fucking month? Like, bitch, stop it. Like, it's like I used to go up for you and go in for you. But, bitch, you are beginning to annoy me. What the fuck are you thinking? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be in your 30s and I'm in my damn mid to late 20s and I don't think the way you do. Like, that's the type of shit I would have thought about doing back when I was in my damn 20s, early 20s, when I was fucking young and motherfucking dumb. And you're old and dumb at this point. And bitch, needs to call you dumb, old, because you're not that much older than me. However, you just do the dumbest shit, and that's why you keep on getting played, and you keep getting called out because you can't add, which is what you said. You didn't even know who the fuck Jessica Alba was. You called her something else. Just close your motherfucking mouth and close your legs for a while, because I just feel like you doing the most. This going away party and this trophy boy and all this shit. This shit is scary. Y'all ain't been together that long for him to meet your motherfucking mama and them and your friends and all of that stuff. Like, shit, I wouldn't even... Like, I was with somebody on and off for almost a year, and my mama never met their ass just because I ain't want her to meet him because he wasn't shit. So what the fuck is you taking your damn man that you only had for a month to meet your motherfucking mama for, and you ain't know him that long? Something wrong with Portia. But everybody been trying to tell me something's wrong with that bitch. Something is seriously wrong with her. She is, like, something is wrong with her. She needs a oil change and a tune-up so she can speed the fuck up a bit in the brain. Because something is seriously wrong with her. And she's scaring that little ass boy too. And she scared his friend with the bullshit. Like, that was way too much. Now this conversation with Candy and Phaedra, let me just say this. I love them as friends. I don't like them where they are now. And I just feel like Phaedra is not owning up. She keeps saying, said what, when it clearly shows that you was sitting up there discussing Candy with Nene. And that's Candy's thing. She didn't know y'all had issues. You didn't talk to her about your issues. And me being me, I'm big on friendship. And when I care about somebody, if I have an issue with them, I like to put it out on the table. I like to discuss it because I feel like if we're close enough and we're supposed to be friends, why can't we sit down and discuss our issues? Why can't we talk about what I did to irritate you, or what I did to piss you off, or what I did to hurt you? If I did anything to irritate you or did anything to hurt you or offend you, talk to me about it. And I can apologize to you because maybe I didn't know that I was irritating you or hurting you or doing this to you. Just talk to me about it. And I'm a very understanding person. All you have to do is talk to me about it because I'm big on friends. I treat my friends like they're my family. So with that being said, Phaedra, I understand you want somebody to be there for you, and anybody would if they're going through that. But bitch, bring it to the person that needs to hear it. Don't talk to Portia. Don't talk to Nene about it. Because everybody looking at Candy like she's a bad friend, and she don't even know she being a bad friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's really fucked up. And then, Todd putting Candy in fucked up positions too about this money with Phaedra. Phaedra need to have her conversation with Todd. That's another thing that's keeping their relationship at odds, because you my best friend, that's my husband, that's who I'm fucking every night, and you my friend. So it's like, whose side do I choose? And then you feeling like Apollo influenced them, and now you think that Candy taking Apollo's side. Then you got mad with her for putting stuff in the house, but he is Todd's friend too. At the end of the day, Phaedra wants too much from people, and she's not willing to give them the same thing that she wants folks to give her. That's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, hopefully this conversation that they had really did put things into a better perspective and have them to repair their friendship. But that's really all I gotta say about this episode. It was pretty good. Episode 2 was good, just like episode 1 was. It's good without Nene. So we're going to continue to see how the season goes. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace. Have a good one.